process. Sir, you can start with the session.
Good evening and thank you for introduction. All right, for all the participants. Dr. Kalani, thank you very much. And good evening, all the participants. Once again, warm welcome to the day 4 of our Research and Write with AI Assistance FDP program. In today's session, I'm going to explain you how to do the data analysis using AI tools, as well as the writing and interpretation with the AI. Now, there are many statistical tools like SPSS is there, AMOS, then your Stata, SAS, R. Many programming languages are there where we do our data analysis. Now, the data analysis tools which I'm showing are not at all comparable with those tools. The rigorous of those tools are very high. Just for the sake of, in the sense, if you have very small data and quickly you want to get the results, and you're not familiar with doing the data analysis using or not able to learn the SPSS or anything, and you don't have a time to do all those things in a short time period, in such a cases, you can rely on these statistical tools. So, and another aspect of this presentation, that is the data analysis and you call as a result interpretation or result writing, is that this will give you a basic understanding of how you do analysis and how you write it. And to get this, you need to have a thorough understanding of what we are taught in the previous 3 classes. Like you need to have your idea generation, your literature review need to be done. Then you have a research design. In a research design, you should be able to identify what are your data sets. In the sense, your independent variables, dependent variables, on what scales those data are measured, on a nominal scale, ordinal scale, continuous scale, and right. And then what are the statistical tests that you are going to use? Now, when we're talking about data, just I'll simply what we come across with the one is the scales of a measurement. When we say that the scales of measurement, we have a nominal scale, then ordinal, ratio, and interval scales. So these are the 4 different scales on which you collect the data. I don't want to explain detail about the nominal scale, ordinal scale, ratio scale. That would be very childish. So these are this, and then you get the data in terms of one is a categorical data, like nominal give you categorical data, ordinal give you rank orders data, ratio scale and interval gives you a continuous data. Now, when you are talking about a data analysis, we look at the 3 types of a data analysis. One is cross-sectional data analysis. Wait a second. And then you have to remind me for sharing a screen. Yesterday also without sharing screen.
Sir, you don't have permission?
No. Oh, in my flow, I am going without noticing that whether I have shared my screen or not. Okay, fine. Now I guess you are able to view my screen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Rakesh. Yeah. So here we'll have a measurements of scales or scales of measurement. So we have 4 categories of scales of measurement: nominal, ordinal, and interval, and ratio scales. So nominal scales gives you a categorical data, whereas ordinal scales give rank order data. Ratio and interval scales will give you a continuous data. So when you are using this data, when you are doing an analysis, you have a sectional analysis where you have a combination of both nominal, ordinal, as well as continuous data, and where you use a different parametric statistical tests like a t-test, sorry, your chi-square test, ANOVA test, and all. Then you have a time series data. When you say that a time series data, it's spread over a period of a time, maybe a daily stock prices or inflation rate over a period of 20 years, or stock prices. These are all the time series data. And then you have a panel data. So when we say that panel data is a combination of both your cross-sectional and a time series data. In the sense, you using a primary data instrument like a questionnaire and all, you will collect a data from different categories of individuals, and that too over a period of a time, maybe for the past 5 years or 10 years like that. So suppose if you are trying to analyze a public sector companies and their financial performance over a 10-year period. Now you take a sample of 10 public sector companies and their financial performance. If you're doing it for 1 year, then it is a cross-sectional data. If you're doing it for a 10 years, so 10 companies and a 10 years, this is your panel data. And then you have a time series data. And each of these cross-sectional time series and panel data require different statistical tests and analysis. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to touch each and every of these because this is entirely a course that you have to do. But simply with using some simple data sets, how is that we can analyze this? Now, when you're talking to analyze about the data, what we do is initially we start with uh, descriptive statistics where we try to understand the profile of our variables. We may say it may be your participants profile or your stocks profile or whichever your basics of, in the sense, basic information about your or profile of your participants that you get in a descriptive statistics. Once this descriptive statistics is done, then you have a inferential statistics where you try to measure or test your hypothesis. Like hypothesis testing tools like analysis of variance, regression, and all inferential statistics. And then advanced statistics like advanced statistical tests like generalized means of methods, then Gauge models, arch models, likewise, those other advanced and any other modelings that you are going with. So these are the three predominantly. Then you have a model testing and all. Then after model testing and all, then you have a robust test. So these all will be a series of a statistical, right? But we will start with the descriptives, inferential, then advanced, then robustness tests and all. So what I do is these advanced statistical tests is very difficult to do as of now. I'll take a simple examples from a descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, and I'll show you how is that you have to run this analysis and interpret. Now, what I'm going to do is I have for this session, I've chosen some data sets. Maybe after this session, I can share some of this data for you along with you in WhatsApp group and all so that you can do some practice. So here I have a 2 or 3 Excel sheets, right? One is a daily stock prices Excel sheet, then regression. These are the two which I am going to use. So let me take with the one that is which I'm taking is the time series data and which is measured on a continuous. So I have a written series of four stocks here. That is Adani Ports, HBCL, SBI, and Tata Motors. For these stocks, I guess I have almost 1,200 data points. No need to worry about how many data points that we have. So this is the data that I have. Maybe I'll zoom a little. Many times we are receiving feedback from the participant asking to zoom the things, and because many of you are watching these sessions on mobile phones. So I guess now you have this. So four stocks. It's a daily written series for about 1,200 data points are there. Now for these data points, we have to run a descriptive statistics. Now by default, descriptive statistics mean in Excel only we can do. But in addition to Excel, because if you are not familiar with Excel, you don't have a time to access with Excel or you are in urgency, whatever the reasons may be, then what we can do is there is a one statistical tool which I'll type here. Uh, statskingdom.com. So Stats Kingdom is a website. I'm going there. So statskingdom.com. If you go to statskingdom.com, this is not an AI tool per se. This is a statistical analysis website, Stats Kingdom. So here you can see that multiple statistical tests are available here. Let us say you have a basic statistics test. In basics, descriptives, mean, dispersion, standard deviations, up to probability, combinations, permutations, correlation, outliers. Then you have a distributions like a P distribution, T student distribution, Z tables, etc. And fitness tests, you have sample size determinations, uh, ANOVA, MANOVA, critical values, parametric and non-parametric statistical tests and all are there. Regression analysis, starting from simple regression to the multi-logistic regressions, visualization. So these are all the various statistical tests which are, as I said, in doing a data analysis, the first part that we are supposed to do is a descriptive statistics. Now here, descriptive statistics one, and here I have a data set. So these two, I am not using any Excel or anything because I'm not good at Excel. I'm not good at any statistical applications. So here I'm going with a basic statistics and choosing a descriptive statistics. Let me zoom this one also. Right. So here, statskingdom.com, that is our website is Stats Kingdom, Statistics Kingdom. Here in a basic statistics, I'm going for a descriptive statistics. In a descriptive statistics, it gives a various options, and my data is numerical, which is measured on a quantitative. If you have a categorical data, you can take a categorical data also, but my stock returns are numerical. So here, what are the different statistics that I want? Number of observations, number of missing values, I'm not interested. Minimum range, I'm not interested because anyways, I'm going to calculate standard deviation. Some also I'm not interested. Standard deviation, variance, and because this is a continuous data, I'm not interested in the mean Q1, Q2, Q3 or interquartile ranges, not. But I'm interested in the skewness. Then if you want a skewness shape also, you can check. And here comes the where you can enter the data here. Enter the data in a columns. Enter data from Excel and enter frequency distribution table. I'm choosing enter data from Excel. So once I choose data from Excel, if you scroll little up, it will ask you to choose Excel file and browse here. Now on desktop, I have my file somewhere here and daily stock prices or stock returns. Fine. This is, now I open the data. If you see, the data has been captured here automatically. So four stocks, you can see that ABZ, HPCL, SBI, and Tata Motors. Their close prices, the sheet name that I gave is the close prices. That's why it picked a close price. If you have a multiple sheets, here it will list down what are the multiple sheets that you have, sheet names. So if you see in my Excel workbook, I have only one sheet, that is a close prices. That's the reason why it is showing only one. Otherwise, if you have a drop down menu, if you have a 3-4 sheets which are named, you can choose from there. Then you click on a calculate. That's it, done. So your descriptive statistics has been calculated. Here it says that number of observations are 1200. Minimum is this, maximum, mean, standard deviation, variance, skewness, kurtosis. So this is in the sense descriptive statistics without knowing Excel, without knowing SPSS, without knowing any other thing, just by using a Stats Kingdom and online statistical analysis tools, we were able to run the descriptive statistics. Now, once this data descriptive analysis is done, now next thing what we have to do is we have to write a description for this. So what I'm doing is I'm copying all this content and going to a Word document, creating a new Word. And just I'll adjust this to the window, auto fit to window. And right now is as a descriptive statistics of stocks daily return. Fine. Now I'm saving this file, the same folder by desktop. Let me save this as save as and desktop. from my data sets. So here I'm saving this as descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics of stock returns to daily prices. I saved this file. Now, three things I did. I collected the data, which is there in Excel sheet. From Excel sheet, I went to my Statistics Kingdom website, a statistical application tool online, where I run the descriptive statistics for this. And this output has been copied. You can download the CSV file or Excel file also, but for a word sake, I copied this and I pasted this in a separate Word file. All right, because we while writing a paper results and all, we'll write this in a Word document. Now, Word document is also there. Now, next step that what we need to do, we have to interpret this result or describe this result. For that,
Sir, Ramakrishna, sir.
I think he got stuck again.
Yeah, ma'am. I think sir would have got stuck up again.
Oh.
Sir will connect back in just a minute. Yes, sir, you can unmute. I
yeah,
think
Kalyani.
Rakesh, sir. Oh, yeah, you are audible, sir.
Okay, fine. Just I'm sharing a screen again. So somehow got disconnected. Pardon. Now, are you able to view my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So where we stopped in the sense, just I'll repeat when I'm not sure whether you're able to follow me or not. So we had a data which is in an Excel sheet, and I used an online statistical application that is a statskingdom.com, using which I run a descriptive statistics. Once I got this descriptive statistics, then all these descriptive statistics results I saved in a Word document. So here is a Word document which I saved. Now, I'm going to the GPT, and GPT There is too much of a technology. Yeah.
But I think you can stop your screen sharing. Once you connect back, you can share it again.
Screen shares, yeah. Fine. Okay.
Mhm.
No, because once we are moving from one to other, it is creating a lot of issues. Fine. Now, here in the Explore GPTs, I have one GPT which is a data interpretation. So, data interpretation is Explore GPT add-on. Now, here I am uploading the file. I guess you are able to view this.
Yes, sir.
So, in desktop, now here, and my descriptive statistics open, and the file is getting uploaded. What I'm writing is describe this descriptive statistics. I'm not using very simple and basic English, asking it to describe this descriptive statistics. Now, just if you keep following this one, the descriptive statistic provides summary of a daily stock returns of so and so, minimum values and maximum values. It is giving you individual wise. Then mean, average returns, mean return request. Then stock price positive so and so. Standard deviation and variance is also explained. Then skewness is explained. Excess curtices. And what is the conclusion drawn? Now you got interpretation of your entire descriptive statistics here. But however, this is not the format in which we report our results in any paper or for any other purpose. Now what we have to do is, I'm giving it another instruction. Describe these results in a paragraph. That's a one. Shift and enter. Going to a second line. Use academic journal format. I'm suggesting use academic journal format. Suggested journals. Suggested journals or any finance journal. And if you want to have a reading is and all, so you can say that I want a reading is of 40. Reading is of a 40 is just like a very simple English language which anyone can understand. So describe these results in a paragraph. Use a journal format, suggest a journal, any finance journal. Reading is at a 40. Now we'll see how the results in the sense again are presented in a different way. The descriptive statistic of so and so, the mean returns indicate a positive average performance, exhibiting the highest, HPCL lowest, then SBI is highest, lowest, SBZ, conversely Tata Motors. And these findings suggest that HPCL exhibit the highest risk due to its extreme volatility and frequent. Now, once this is done, you can copy this and come back here. And paste your result. So you have a descriptive table and also the results which are presented in academic journal format. Now you may say that, sir, whether it go for a plagiarism or not and all those things. See, anything which is in AI, it go for the plagiarism, no doubt in that. Now what is that you have to do is once, because see, many a times we will not be able to write the flow. Now it gave you a flow, it gave you a format. Now, based on this, according to your requirement, you simply change these and rewrite it. So once you rewrite this, the issue is clear. Fine. So you have a data in Excel. From that, using a Stats Kingdom and software application, you analyze the data. From there, you went to GPT Explore. That is your interpret your data or data interpretation tool. And you have two different formats of data interpretation tools. And then you summarize it and brought it back to your page. This part is done. Now you can save. After that, you can do your paraphrasing, rewriting, so and so forth. And whatever the things that you want, you can do it to make it a more meaningful and more effective way of your presentation. So this is done. Now, next is, I'll have another data set. This is a descriptive statistics, which we are talking about. Second, we are saying that second like analysis is your inferential statistics. Inferential statistics is testing your hypothesis. Then maybe your regression kind of a thing, or a correlation, regression, ANOVA correlation, and so all those things. So in inferential statistics, again in your stat kingdom, you have a multiple tools which will help you to do the analysis whichever you required. So ANOVA test mark, all these statistical tests are available there. Regression, in regression also multiple statistical tests. And I am not, because already I shown you this and these are there, you will be familiar, you will practice on this. I'm not touching second time this one. Then next what we can do is, I have another data in my folder, that is regression example. I have some data for a regression example. Now, instead of using a GPT, here in Explore GPTs, I have one more tool, that is data analysis and report AI. So in data analysis and report AI, this is another AI tool. This is from Explore GPT only. Here, again, upload the files and more, and upload from computer. So now I'll take a regression example here and open. I'll say that run regression analysis. Then output type, table, interpretation, format or interpretation style, academic journal, and reading is, this time we'll say that 50. So I'm asking you to run a regression analysis. Output type, output I want to present it in a table format. Then interpretation style, academic journal. Reading is 50. So we'll see. And here, because I asked it to do a simple run regression analysis, it is doing its own math, whether what kind of regression can be done on this. Or to minimize this time, you can say that, okay, run simple linear regression analysis and output type and all. So the file contains a regression. I will now preview. One is the loans. This appears to be a dependent variable. And if here the data, I'll show you the data. Now you look at the data, it has got two variables. One is the loans, that is the farm loans or agricultural loans given. And second one is FG acreage, that is a food grain acreage. So this is the data. And for certain years of a time is this. Then food grain acreage, I will now conduct a linear regression analysis, ordinary least square, because only two are there, both are measured on a continuous. It interpreted that this the appropriate statistical test for this is a simple linear regression or ordinary linear regression. So it gave you the table output, ordinary least squares, regression analysis, then model fit values, adjusted R square value, F statistics, Durbin Watson, ASIS, and academic interpretation. The regression model examines the relation between loans and food grain acreage. The results indicate statistically significant model. Now you can also go for a robustness test now. Check for autocorrelations using Durbin Watson. Investigate, consider additional predictors. Would you like me to proceed residual diagnostic and explore regression models? Now, if you want to have because there is only one variable, you don't need to go for variance inflation factor, which actually talks about multi-collinearity test. It is not required here. And check for autocorrelation using a Durbin Watson, because this is a bivariate data analysis. Most probably we don't need autocorrelation functions. That means previous values have any impact on current values. So these model statistical tests are not required. Then conduct a residual diagnostic test. If you want, you can go. It will give you the result. But now see, without any statistical software and all, using this data analysis and a report AI, we were able to upload the file, run the statistics. So this is how your statistical output table, any statistical software gives the similar kind of a table only. This is there. Then academic interpretation is also given to you. Now, what is the next steps you want? You can go. Otherwise, simply take this and present this in your Word document. So interpretation has been done. So we can say that, okay, here regression results. You can copy this. And yeah, go to your Word document. Fine. Most of your workload has been minimized. That's what we at IP, we say that we take help of AI assistance only. We are not going to exactly, don't never ever try to put the same thing in your research paper and submit for any conferences. Now, this is assistant giving you a basic outline. Now, based on that, you try to rewrite or rephrase this and submit. Now, this is another example of your, what you mean say is time series data analysis. Now, we may be wondering that, okay, all these tools will only for a time series data analysis. If I have a cross-sectional data, then what? Now, I have a sample of a cross-sectional data also. So here, let me say demographic statistics. So demographic statistics are there. So I'm copying this part of my demographic statistics. So this is a cross-sectional data demographics, gender, male, female, which is measured on a nominal scale, marital status measured on a nominal scale, family type again measured on a nominal scale, and employer type again measured on a nominal scale, monthly income measured on ordinal scale. So I'll save this file like save as, then browse, just this top data sets. So here I'll say nominal scale demographic statistics. Suppose if you're doing for a primary data and a cross-sectional data, then you'll get this result. Now this result, I used I got this result from SPSS. So from SPSS, you can take this result, put it here, or same data, whatever you have, take that data, go to the stats kingdom and upload your data file there and say that this is the categorical data and ask it will give more or less a similar kind of a result. Then next is that you go to your GPT. Already we saw these two explore options of GPT, that is data interpretation and data analysis and report. And most of the times you may be curious that only these are the tools that we have, or there any other tools that we can use. So in such a case, explore GPTs and just we give a try. Cross sectional data. No, there is no cross-sectional data analysis. Let us say. Data analysis. So you have multiple advanced data analysis tools. Drop in the files. I can help data analysis of SPSS, qualitative research data analysis, Excel data analysis and visualization. So many explore tools are available. Now from here, let us say advanced data analysis. This will give a try. Now here a start chat and upload file from my browser. So here what we have to take this one, descriptive statistics. Where is that nominal scale? Where I save that file? Yes, let me check. Save as, browse, desktop, six. Give a minute. Going back again here, upload from here nominal scale, demographic statistics. Open this one. Here is an SPSS output of demographic variables measured on nominal scale. Describe the result. Report format, academic journal. Reading is, let us say this time we go for a 60. So here is an SPSS output of demographic variables measured on nominal scale. Describe the result. Report format, academic journal. Reading is 60. Just will check how this is going to interpret. The sample consists of 331 participants with a higher proportion of a male compared with so-and-so, marital status, a family type, employment sector, monthly income, and it also giving you a conclusion also. So the data insights, clear generational differences in marital status, arrangement. So each of variable or demographic variable, which is measured on a gender, marital status, family type, employment sector, monthly income. Describe each and every of your variable and finally drawn a conclusion. Now instead of this, if you want summarize this into this output into a paragraph style, academic journal. Okay. So entire descriptive statistics has been described in one paragraph. The demographic analysis reveals significant generational differences across gender distribution, marital so and so, particularly among millennials. And if you look at the way it has been described, your data is very simple, very plain English, and mostly like how any journal descriptive research results are reported. That's a same format it is following. Now this is how you can use your analysis of your demographic details. So another AI tool which we worked on, advanced data analysis. So this GPT is advanced data analysis. So one we use is a data interpretation, second is data analysis and reporting, and advanced data analysis is the third GPT. Now you may say that, okay, if you're going with this, then in statistics we run, if you have cross-sectional data measured on a scales, then you will have Cornback reliability statistics are all there. Then regression outputs, so and so forth. You can do any of these researches. Like, let me check here. You have a reliability statistics data is there. Cornback alpha summary statistics. This is the SPSS output what we have. Now you can take this SPSS output as it is, take for any one of the variables. Then just I'll show that one also. Let us say we have a family upbringing. Just I'll take this. Now control new. So we are not even mentioning what exactly this is, say here. Family upbringing. Family upbringing reliability statistics. Then I'm going to save this, browse, where I have to have desktop and data sets. Family upbringing is a file name which I'm giving, and save. Now again, go to your GPTs, explore. This time we tried another GPT. Explore GPTs, data analysis, and so you have another one, data science. Let me check with the data science. So start chat, upload file. Then which one we have? Regression. This is family upbringing, right? So family upbringing, open. Interpret the result and interpret the result and write in a paragraph. Interpret the result and write in a paragraph. So I didn't tell what test it is conducted, how it is conducted, why it is conducted. Nothing has been told to it because I myself, let us say, not aware of what exactly that is. So interpret the result and write in a paragraph. So you have the reliability statistics answer family upbringing. Data set shows Cornback alpha of 0.79, indicating a good level of internal consistency among items. The item mean range, sample, the ANOVA results indicate, so and so forth. Now for this particular reliability statistics data, your result or output is ready. Now these are the how, in a sense, various statistical tests, in a sense, starting from, you can even for GMM models, GARCH models, ARCH models, then univariate data analysis, multivariate data analysis, multiple linear regression, any data analysis. Now you don't need to run the analysis using a statistical software. You can do it here. But advisable is that use the statistical software, run the analysis there, come back here, do your interpretations and all. And the best way of doing it is, let me show this. You have let us say when we are writing a paper. So this is how we write a paper and all. Now introduction, we are not interested. When you are writing an analysis and all, what you can do is, you can take your research objectives. So here you have a research objectives. So to investigate the existence and nature of nonlinear co-integration between, this is my objective 1, and this is my hypothesis H1. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. This is data far about it. Now usual presentations. Now here I have a outputs, in the sense unit trace, all that is there. Here ARDL result is there. So ARDL result, while writing it, what you can do is, you go to your objective. So here, let us say I have an objective, research objective, to examine the asymmetric short run and long run directionals. So these are my research objectives. You take a research objectives. I'm taking my research objectives. And then go to your result. So research objectives are there. Somewhere, in the sense, using any statistical software or somewhere, you run this analysis. All right. Now you have your result here. So this is the result that I got. So using some statistical software, I run this analysis, and I got this result. I'm pasting my result here. So now you have your objectives, research objectives, and research hypothesis, followed by the output of your hypothesis testing. All are at one place. Now we'll save this one file, save as. Then I'll browse this, go to desktop, then data sets. So let me name this as a hypothesis testing result. Save. And go to explore GPT. Why I'm going with a different types of explore GPTs is just to make you aware that today, for doing a data analysis, interpretation, writing a results and all, there are a umpteen number of AI tools are available. So here, advanced ready advanced data analysis, advanced data analysis, advanced ethical AI with coding and all, advanced big data analytics. Let us try this time statistics test GPT, expert in advanced data analysis and interpretation. So statistics test GPT, which I am taking another one. Now start chat. Upload your file. What is that name that we gave to this one? Hypothesis testing result, and open. Interpret the result and narrate it in a paragraph style, academic journal reporting. You can see how that's neatly giving you a results according to the format for which you have to, you can put it in your research paper results. It says the results of hypothesis testing. It explains what here it explains the results of hypothesis indicate the presence of significant nonlinear co-integrate fiscal deficit, money supply, inflation, economic growth in India. The ARDL model, its output has been given here, and lag deficit factors, then difference deficit factors, and it talks about the overall model fit, robust with an adjusted R-square value, F-test value, p-value, and it suggests file deficit, fiscal deficit, so and so forth. Not done. Once you okay, just click thank you, happy, or done. Now this is how any statistical test or any ways that you have, you can run this various tools. These are the different statistical tests that you can use to write or report your results. So this is presentation from my end, because this time you are not able to see my screen.
We are able to see the
We are
screen.
able to see, sir.
We are able to see, sir.
Okay, right. So I'm stopping my presentation now. How to stop share, done. Okay. Now you have any queries related to this? The floor is open for questions. I guess I've shown you too many too much of things in one session. But now let us take a feedback. Helene, we can go with Q&A. Swati also.
Yes, sir. Kiran,
Yeah. And if there is any query in the chat box and all, also you can just have a look.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, please.
Thank you, sir, for such an informative session. I just wanted to ask if we people are putting our unpublished work in the form of tables and graphs on ChatGPT, won't it be misusing the data?
No, it will not. See, ChatGPT has got an option in the sense you can tell to ChatGPT that ignore our conversations or don't use my data for your learning.
Okay. So in
So once
any,
you,
whenever we people are putting the instructions, every time we are supposed to put the same thing.
yes, just simply tell it that ignore our conversations. That's the one command. We call those in a prompts, we call those extra prompts.
Hmm.
So you tell that ignore our conversation at first. Second, you tell that don't use my data for your learning or don't share with anyone. These three commands, if you give, then your data will, ChatGPT will not share your data with anyone.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
And I have a privacy settings. I don't remember. Now every time I open a ChatGPT, it says that we are not using your data for learning purpose. So some point of a time I took that option. Now I don't remember how it went, but you can instruct
Okay,
GPT
sir.
these three things. It will not do. Fine. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Good evening, sir. It was really wonderful session, sir.
Thank you, Anshul. Yeah.
I have a doubt. Like validation of questionnaire also can be done through this, sir.
Validation of questionnaire is you want to do a factor analysis kind of a data?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can. You mean to say that confirmatory factor analysis and principal component, PCA and FCCFA?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they'll handle.
Same like ChatGPT, we can forward the questionnaire. We can.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Once
so
you
much.
have an Excel sheet, all the data is there. Then you give your questionnaire, then Excel sheet, ask it to do a factor analysis for you. It will do.
For example, sir, if we don't know SPSS, will the ChatGPT do even SPSS format also? Same.
No, as of
No.
now, whatever I did without SPSS only. Yeah, see, ChatGPT may not do exactly like SPSS,
Yes.
but basic statistical tests are same, right?
Yes,
See,
sir.
principal component analysis, if you're running in SPSS or in your Stata, it is the same.
Okay, sir.
Or even you using a R also, it is the same. So it uses its own proprietary, what you may say is data analysis tool.
Directly, like, can we type ANOVA like that and
Yes,
automatically?
yes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Swarnalata Kanregula. Madam, you can ask. Please unmute and ask your question. Swarnalata.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Jonathan,
Yes.
please.
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, actually, a couple of minutes back, you said that while we are copying from ChatGPT to use the research paper, there
Hmm.
may be a chance to plagiarism. We have to reframe
Hmm.
the sentences. So, can we
Yes.
use Quillbot for rephrasing? Still,
But
we have
again, you're
any
using
problem with the plagiarism?
yeah, Quillbot, Grammarly, all this simply paraphrase.ai. These all will paraphrase.
Okay.
Again, it will be there in AI. I'll just simply, Sonata, give a simple example.
Okay.
Many of you, people are getting confused with this GPT plagiarism and all. Just I'll give a simple example. Everyone who are there, please pay attention to this so that you will understand what plagiarism is. So suppose Swarnalata is there and I am here. Now I
Yes, sir.
ask
Yes, sir.
you, I ask you to give me a 10,000 rupees.
Okay.
And you say that, okay, sir, you will transfer 10,000 rupees to my account. And
Hmm.
because I borrowed the money, I will not disclose that with anyone. And
Okay.
you also, with respect on me, you will not tell to anyone, okay, I gave a money to the sir. But you transferred money from your account to my account.
Hmm.
Then your bank records that data. Online, digitally, it records. And when money is
Yes.
transferred from your account to my account, my bank also records. Now, even if you and I are silent, but the third party is not silent. Suppose if RBI wants to know about it,
Hmm.
simply it goes to the operating system because computer doesn't know whether to hide this or not to hide. It simply tells us there is a transfer of 10,000 rupees from Swarnalata account to the Ramakrishna's account. Data comes. So this is, so you can't avoid this one. This is whenever anything that you are putting into an AI, it is recorded.
Okay.
Thoroughly, it is recorded. Now, thing is that once you have that output is there, now you have to rephrase it, rewrite it, because every one of us have our own style.
Yes.
See, the
Yes,
way
sir.
I am teaching, the way you teach, the way Kalyani teaches, the way Swati teaches, each are different.
Yes.
So we have to rewrite, rephrase it on our own. Unless
Oh,
other you, while you do that, you are caught. You use a Quillbot, you use Grammarly, use anything. It is not advisable.
okay. Thank you very much, sir. And the example you have taken is fantastic. Very clearly understand by everyone. And thank
Thank
you
you.
very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Baby Priyadarshini. You can ask your question. Please unmute and ask your question. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for that wonderful session. Sir, I just have a small doubt. The tools that you are showing now, are they only for the pro version or for the normal version as well?
All I use the normal version, so I don't have money to buy a pro versions,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Next, we have Dr. Ramanjanelu. Sir, you can unmute and ask.
Well, I'm not able to see the chats. No messages in chat.
No, sir. Maybe
Oh,
any
Yeah,
access
good
was
evening.
disabled. I don't know. Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Rakesh, can people chat?
No, sir. 1 second. Now they can chat.
Okay. So anyone of you have a queries, you can put it in a chat also. Right. Yeah, Raman Legaru, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a small doubt because out of my little experience on this, I was doing some confirmatory factor analysis with the help of this chat GPT some time back.
Yeah.
So loadings are generally we consider 0.7 above 0.7 as a valid loading kind of thing. So some loadings which were under 5, it was showing like it's a valid one. And then above 7, some of the loadings where maybe decimals and all those are little bigger or lower, it's showing other way around. So this
Yeah.
kind of few problems that I observed, sir. So how to
Yes.
cope up with these kind of things? That is loading is a simple thing that I know. Same thing happened with the discriminatory, what is that, validity also. Discriminant
In
validity
the
also.
beginning of my session only, I told very clearly.
Okay.
See, ChatGPT is nowhere comparable with the SPSS or any other tool because they are the models which are very rigorous, very tested, proven ones. And GPT is a learning model. You are talking about a CFA model, principal component confirmatory calculations and all. Even sometimes basic chi-square test also it will give a wrong. So blindly we should not depend on this. But any sophisticated advanced statistical tool techniques, it is always advisable that you use a genuine software. This is for a short-term and simple learning process to understand the things these GPTs are at this point of a time. Maybe down the line these all also grow, but at this point of a time they are simple for simple tasks. Okay. Next.
Okay. Rakesh. Sir, you can unmute and ask your question.
नमस्कार सर। 2024 से आपसे
नमस्ते
जुड़े
सर,
हैं सर।
बताइए।
सर 2024 से आपसे जुड़े हैं, दोस्तों एफडीपी है हमारा और कार्यक्रमों के साथ तो थोड़ी दिक्कत रहती है इंग्लिश बोलने में, लेकिन समझ लेते हैं। रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर भी आपके देख रहे थे सर 3 दिन से। एक छोटी सी क्वेरी है जो हंसने लायक क्वेश्चन भी हो सकता है कि हम जीपीटी से जो भी माहिती ले रहे हैं सर, वो यदि हम गुजराती में सर्च करें और यदि इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में सर्च करें तो माहिती की जो डिटेल्स है उसमें बढ़ोतरी या कमी हो सकती है सर।
हाँ, अभी तक तो जीपीटी गुजराती समझने में तो इसका तो थोड़ा बहुत दिक्कत है, तो रिजल्ट्स उतना क्लियर नहीं आता होगा।
जी सर, यही हो रहा है।
हाँ, अभी तो नहीं। अभी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज आल्सो डेवलपिंग सम एआई टूल एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर इंडियन के लिए और ऑल इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस के लिए। जब वो आएगा ना देन आपका काम आसान हो जाएगा।
ओके सर, क्योंकि ये 3 दिन से
तब तक तो वेट
प्रयत्न
करना
कर रहे थे
पड़ेगा।
हाँ, 3 दिन से प्रयत्न कर
या
रहे थे आपसे जुड़ने का। आज जुड़ पाए।
हाँ
रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर देख रहे हैं लेकिन आज जुड़ने का मौका मिला। लाइव टच कुछ अलग होता है सर आपका।
हाँ, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
Vasanta Lakshmi B, you can please unmute and ask your question.
Sir, good evening, sir. Am I audible?
కానీ చాట్లో ఉంటున్నట్టున్నాయి చూడండి ఒకసారి.
చూస్తాను.
Hello.
Yeah, Vasant Lakshmi, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, please.
Sir, actually, my query is like, if you can just add on some basic inputs, like some, as you were talking about the Cronbach alpha value, or basic input on SPSS, we would be much more happy. Because
Basic
as being
yeah.
the,
Yeah. हाँ.
as being the freshers, we would
Hmm.
not be in a position to run SPSS too. As you have given the inputs using Excel, at least one example of this descriptive analysis, if you
Yeah.
can able to do with SPSS, we would be having a good knowledge so that from there we can have a kick-off start to learn more at a later point.
Yeah, Vasant Lakshmi, we are planning to do exclusive programs on SPSS, exclusive FDP on SPSS or data analysis kind of a thing. There, for sure, we'll explain how you need to do data analysis using SPSS.
We expect is that it's very soon because what
Yeah.
we have learned will be in practice. Let it not be
Is that okay if we
evaporated.
conduct similar kind of online FDPs at the same time at 8 p.m.
Absolutely
onwards?
fine, sir. Absolutely
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
And we are
Kalyan and
waiting.
Swati,
sir.
take note of this. We can put forward to our director, Rakesh.
Yes,
So
sir.
one
One
more
more demand. Demand for another FDP, Rakesh.
Sir.
Yeah.
one more thing.
Yeah.
As the notes which you have given in the morning by showing some graphical pictures.
Yes.
So this data which we have taken, the analysis part, that we can directly use through Excel and take the graph and paste it there, sir? Or we
Yeah,
should
you
use
can
any
do
AI?
that also. No,
The
Excel also.
result
See,
analysis.
in a Vasalakshmi, I suggest you to explore this stat kingdom.
Okay,
In a
sir.
stat kingdom, you can even have a visualization also.
The same data
Because
can be
of time
converted
constraint.
towards graphical.
Yeah, it will convert you. It will give you a graph chart, pie chart, and bar charts, line charts, box plot. So all charts visualizations are also available there in Stats Kingdom. That's one. And second is all the GPT AIs which I shown you. They will
Yes.
also give you visualizations also.
Okay. We
Just
will
simply you
definitely
have
work
get
out
a data
on
in your Excel, upload it, and ask for visualizations. It will give.
Okay. And we thank you from bottom of my heart. You,
Thank
Kalyani
you.
ma'am, and Pavan sir. Is it Pavan sir? I'm sorry.
Rakesh.
Others,
Rakesh is there.
Rakesh
Yeah,
sir,
Rakesh is our
and Aaron,
NTPR.
everybody from bottom of my our hearts, that you are very patient enough
Like
and
Vasalakshmi, keep
prompt
these
enough in time.
feedbacks for one more day. Tomorrow we have a session on feedbacks that you can share,
Definitely,
where
sir.
our
We will
director
be
will also
waiting
be
for
there.
giving an
Yeah, please. Yeah,
fantabulous thing, sir. We have learned
Yeah.
thank
from
you.
zero to something.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
Vasanta Lakshmi Garu, thank you. Sir, we have one question in the chat box from Sheikh Aisha Abdul Khalid. Can we trust the
Okay.
results provided by one GPT, or do we need to confirm it with various GPTs?
Karan, could you please repeat?
Can we trust the results provided by a GPT, or do we need to confirm it with various GPTs?
You have
Like
to
what?
confirm it. What is it going wrong? Just that's why yesterday in my, if a participant is there in my yesterday's session, I suggested to create a prompt diary. So put all your prompt diaries, all your prompts in one diary, and take that, put one GPT, find out the result, take it to another one, take it to another one. What is going wrong? You're not spending any, you're not putting any effort. Hardly you're doing 1 minute, 2 minute copy paste. So cross-checking, cross-validation is always advisable. Don't trust anyone. I guess today or yesterday I was talking to Kalyani and mentioning the dialogue from a movie. Trust no one, kill anyone. Like, so you don't trust one single GPT, you experiment with the multiple GPTs.
So there is
Right.
one question from Shilpi Sarkar. Is the
Okay.
value for any software through AI be same like a standard software? If we do the chat GPT for data analysis, how do we put the reference in a paper? Like we can say the analysis was done with chat GPT for standard journals. Will it be accepted?
Yes. If you're doing it with the ChatGPT, you have to mention that it is done by a ChatGPT. It's accept. See, ChatGPT is not a criminal. ChatGPT is not a sin. So ChatGPT is like any another statistical software only. See, ChatGPT will not do any analysis on its own. Again, it also go back like like your Python or like your R or like a SPSS, whatever the coding that you have. Similar kind of a coding GPT also have. So now take for example, R is there, OpenAI. Initially when R was introduced, there was a lot of what you mean says the resistance, or a lot of people opposed the R because saying that it is an open source software, so that your data will breach, so and so so forth. And especially proprietary things like IBM SPSS, these people who has created a very in the sense negative and on R. But down the line, if you see, R become more popular than your proprietary tools like IBM SPSS or something like that. So if you're using a tool, you mention it.
Yeah. We'll take one question from the hand raised participants. K. Narendra Kumar. Sir, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Narendra,
sir.
please.
Thank you for giving different Explore GPTs for us for analysis and all. My question is, sir, is there any Explore GPT for identifying different tests suitable for our raw data once we upload like in other Explore GPTs, and formulation of hypothesis also?
Yeah, they are there.
Yes.
Just simply in a GPT Explore search box, you type that formulation of hypothesis formulation, hypothesis framing, you will find there are multiple tools are there.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So there is one question from Vinay Veerakantala. Sir, are there any advanced AI tools to analyze the advanced models like PLS, SEM? Maybe you want some suggestions from AI
PLS,
tools.
see, if you look at PLS SLM, simply it is a partial least squares. Partial least square is again a regression. I expected this kind of a question because PLS people are more about confusing whether you go for IBM SPSS and do your modeling or AMOS for structural equation modeling or PLS for structural equation model, same models and all. When I was learning, one of my in the sense mentor suggested me that you talk about anything in this world in statistics, regression is the highest level of analysis. Now, in a regression, so if you take any models, univariate in the sense you have a two-factor model, four-factor model, structural equation model, any model, it is a regression only. One is that you are taking an average scores and considering it as one variable and running a regression. In this sense, let us say I give you an example. You are measuring employee satisfaction with the 5 items. So normally what we do is in SPSS and all these 5 items, we'll take an average. We'll have a one average score of employee satisfaction. And this is compared with any other variable. Now, if you, again, the analysis is a regression only. On the other side, if you go for PLS and all, each of these variables, like your observed variables, employee satisfaction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, they are being intact. All those 5 goes into the model, then becomes a 1. That is, it automatically takes what you call as a latent variable. And from there, it runs an analysis. But there also, it is doing the same regression only. So PLS models are, yeah, I do agree that it is very comfortable. But the same PLS STEM calculations, what you are doing with PLS, the same can also be done with GPT tools because these are advanced tools. They are also doing the same. Again, authenticity, when it comes to authenticity, when it comes to the robustness of the results or accuracy of the results, you have to validate. Don't exclusively go on GPTs as of now because see, GPTs, last time I guess we conducted FDP program on AI tools somewhere in last August or September, not May, July, August, I am not sure. 6-7 months back, when we conducted that program, this Explore GPT option was not at all there. That means this Explore GPT option has just entered into the market in the last 2-3 months only. Now, that is a 2-3 months model. We can say that a beta kind of a model, which is actually learning. So maybe down the line, 1 year, it will give you best results comparable even with the PLS software. As of now, this is the scenario that you need to understand. Hope, Narendra, I tried to resolve your query. Halim Munnisa, please FDP on SPSS. We'll think about just somebody also suggested. I already asking my team to take note of this. We'll put forward to our director and we'll see what can be done. Yeah. I guess we can take queries from, no more queries, Kalyan? Then you are on mute.
Yeah, Gangula Chaitanya Das, you can ask your question. Unmute, please, and ask your question.
So, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I should thank you for the best FTP that I ever attended. Like it is regularly I'm attending, sir. Like I'm taking a note, and the best thing that I learned these sessions is like your diary.
Okay.
You're taking a note of before you making a note into the GPTs. You're making a point. You note it in your diary, which means you are personalizing your prompt also. So
Yeah.
that's the best thing. Thus, I'm very thankful for that, and we are very grateful for that. And coming to the previous sessions, 3 sessions, like you already said, like there is feedback session tomorrow, but maybe we may be not allowed or may not get the opportunity. Sir, my one question is like, am I budding researcher? Sir, like for research methodology, to like you're mastering, like if I give some example, you are giving what design to be done, what method to be taken. It's like you mastered this, sir. Like, sir, is that like over the years you developed, or how to master it, sir? Please, research methodology, like a simple, like a budding research. I just started my research, sir, PhD. I just enrolled. So how to make it, sir? Please, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, Chaitanya, see, the research methodology is, for me, it is a habit, or you can say the hobby. So simply whichever new tools are coming, then I just keep on learning them, update myself, explore it. And I don't stop just by what I teach in my classroom or what I teach to the students. Simply whichever the books comes or whichever things are happening around me, I keep myself updating. So that's how this I was able to build. Uh, yeah. It's kind of a familiarity with the research. And there are many times I am also ignorant of many things. Yesterday, somebody asked me a query on what is the difference between review of a literature and literature review. I was not able to answer it properly because I never gone so deep. But yesterday in the chat box, I was observing, maybe I don't know whether the person who's gave an answer in chat GPT yesterday is here or not. If he is here, please raise your hand, sir. I really appreciate. I learned that in a sense what is the difference between literature review and literature review of literature. He put it in a chat box so that's how we are continuously learning the things. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Next, N Aparna. Madam, you can unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, thank you for this session, dear sir and madam. One question is that when I am looking into your PDF and I'm highlighting some text which I feel important, like that I have highlighted few places. Is there any app which takes all the highlighted text into a separate document? Am I clear with my question?
Yes.
Yeah, I understood your question. Maybe, yeah, I never got this thought upon her. Maybe I'll try. We'll see whether there is any application which can read the only highlighted text and give a summary. As of now, I didn't
Not
try this.
summary, sir. Not summary.
Yeah,
All
that's
the
what. Highlighting all them, separating them. All right.
Yeah, we'll be just copying every time and pasting it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
another document, right? Instead of
Right,
that,
right.
it will be channels. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, if it do automatically for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about this. Maybe I'll try.
Thank you.
If I get, I'll share that also.
Thank you, sir. Nice session, sir.
Yeah, then we have M Pavitrambika. Madam, you can ask, unmute and ask.
Just, yeah, Karan, I just want to answer one question from chat here.
Okay.
Dr. M. Gillian, he is also done his PhD like me in, he or she, I don't sure, 2008. Now I'm worried now, the 5 to 10 years down the lane, will young lot use any brain? They'll use, sir. Why not? Why don't they use? Because this, if any, as a seasoned person who's using AI tools and all, at some point of time, I'm vexed up with using these AI tools, and I feel that now instead of using all these things, I write on my own. So that's the one. And why is that we worry about younger generation? They have their own approaches of developing a skill set. So each generation have their own, sir. Like let us say our professors who taught us all these things, they don't even know how to use a computer. They typed the entire their thesis using a typewriter. When it comes to and all the data analysis that they use a calculator and pen and paper. Then slowly computerization happened. That time they are also worried. Are we are doing so much of a work, and these guys they become work lazy, and whether they will really work or not. So we transformed. We worked. Now next generation. These transitions will happen, and it should happen also. So and now people are what you call as earlier we used to say that internet navy or internet natives. Now they are 80 AI natives. So getting AI, they're going, sir. Let them, yeah. Next.
There is one more, sir, in the chat box, Afrin Begum. My request to upcoming session should be how to find and publish journals which are in Q1 and most reputed journal. I think she guessed our next session content. Madam will be partially covering all these things. Tomorrow's business person will be covering all these things. Finding the right journal, how to make it, take it to the stage where it gets accepted and published easily. Okay, sir, one more question. I don't remember the name. I have seen that is, sir, we have so many conferences and workshops on social sciences. We want one on computer science. This is a request.
Maybe our IT head, Dr. Rakesh, may float a conference on computer. Rakesh,
Sir, we
you want
will
to
plan.
take it? Yeah.
Thank
We're
you.
basically
Sir.
management system, but Rakesh is there. Our IT head is
We will
he
plan
may
from
float
our
a
computer
conference
science,
on
sir, from the analytics
computers.
department.
You're into IT, right, Rakesh?
Yeah, sir. Yes.
I always don't understand the difference between this IT and the computer applications. Okay. Okay, right. Yeah.
And the last one I think we can take is from Kala.
Okay. And there's a Pavitrambiko also.
Please
Just
unmute. Finished, sir.
okay, fine.
Kala. Please unmute.
Okay. She is not able to.
I think they are not.
And Kumar is also done.
That's all, sir.
Okay.
I think we have covered major questions. Yeah.
Okay, then
Can we use Google Gemini and Meta for research?
Google Gemini, Meta, Claude, Perplexity, anything. There is one website called as there is AI for that. So anyone just you want to know which AI tools can be used for which purposes and all, I suggest you to visit that website. So what you said? Yeah, AI. There is a AI for that, or there is AI for it, or there is AI for that. Which you ask anything what you want, it will suggest you a AI tool.
Yeah, there is one question from Sandhya Rani. Basic level questions. So one doubt, please, if we are working some search in ChatGPT, in continuation, the next day, can we search the same ChatGPT page, search for saving the data? Yeah, it automatically
on
gets
your
the
left
same.
side. Yeah, on your left side pane, you will find what all you search. But GPT, once you ask any query, it records. It keeps everything. It is like your bank account. Any money goes, comes, it records.
That's all, sir. These are some questions.
Okay. Here, Pallavi is making a comment saying that always AI, where is creativity? Oh, use a creativity. And just I suggest Pallavi to experiment. There is a AI tool called as a Leonardo. Using that, try to draw one image. And then you will understand whether AI requires a creativity or not. So simply draw one table, one computer, or one phone, mobile phone, or anything using that Leonardo.ai or designer.ai, and see whether you will be able to do that. So it requires a lot of creativity, and people who are working so much on back end of the AI tools, they're so creative in the sense. Imagine that they are looking at what kind of queries, helps, assistance required by all us, imagining that developing a tools like AIs, that's the revolution. Is that not a creativity? That's all a creativity. Okay. Yeah.
There is one question from Gopala Swati. Sir, is there any AI tool for suggesting a suitable journal for submitting our manuscript? Madam, it will be covered tomorrow. Don't worry.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Balakrishna.
And one, yeah.
Balakrishna and Nisha Khanna. Just we take these two questions and we'll conclude, Kalyani. And if
Yes.
anything is there in chat that we can take, yeah.
No, one again, a basic, maybe repetitive. Like if we are writing interpretation and all based on what ChatGPT has generated, and when we are paraphrasing it, do we need to cite ChatGPT? Like when we are
Yeah.
questions are also very
ChatGPT will
creative.
not do everything and everything for you, yeah. Yeah, it has got its own constraint and we have to do our work. ChatGPT will never replace us.
No. That is not the question, sir. Content is given by ChatGPT. I'm using
That's what,
it.
rephrasing. Yeah,
I'm
after rephrasing, again
rephrasing.
you do
So
it.
when
I
have to cite that this has been rephrased based on the content given by ChatGPT. Should I cite this is taken basis ChatGPT? Should I cite it? That's the doubt.
No, not required.
Too genuine, too ethical. Yeah, Dr. Balakrishna Garu, you can unmute and ask your questions.
Yeah,
Or
Sonata Garu, without logging in, it will not record. How will it will know that you are the same person? So you have to log in. Your history is there recorded on your account only. Yeah, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Please go ahead. Ask. I'm able to hear you.
Sir, I want to get a clarity from you. What I understand that use standard statistical tools, right, for interpretation. I mean, for statistical interpretation purposes, and apply AI tool for the effective what is that
Interpretation
of
ability.
the existing result.
Yes, sir. Perfectly, sir. That's a core idea.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for that clarification. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Nisha Khanna. Nisha Khanna ji, you can ask your question. Unmute and ask your question.
Ma'am, my question is that if we copy data from ChatGPT, there is high risk of plagiarism or what?
Yeah, that's what we have been telling. You have to paraphrase the content. ChatGPT, whatever content it is giving, that is for the basic idea. Once you understand, okay, this is how we can write, you have to use your human intelligence, paraphrase and write it. That is the only way to remove AI percentage or plagiarism. Your words, own words should be there, definitely.
Defaultly in a Turnitin, it shows AI, madam. We have this feature. It is an add-on which we need to procure from a Turnitin, which will provide you how much percentage of AI content is there. If it is less than 20%, it will not show any AI. If it is above 20% from the chat, any other GPTs, it will provide how much percentage of content you copied from the GPT. So we need to use our own creativity. That's all while writing, avoiding the plagiarism from the chat GPT.
Yeah. Sir, there are some more hands raised. Shall we continue?
Just 2-3, Kalyani, now.
Okay.
It is already
Dr.
9:40.
Nagalakshmi.
Okay, up to take out 9:40, yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Nagalakshmi B. Madam, you can ask your question.
We can parallelly go with asking Kamlesh or Shilpi. Yeah, good evening, please.
Sir, you have shown the Excel sheet having some values.
Yeah.
If the question is there and we are using coding, like for female we use some 0 or male 1, then how to use these statistical tools?
Yeah, in a statistical tools, you have to, when you are asking for a GPT and all, there you mention that coding also. 1 male, 2 female, like that. You mention it while writing and accordingly give an interpretation. Then it will give. Hope you got my answer.
Okay, so we will move to maybe Kamalesh. Kamlesh
Mittal.
sir, yeah, you can ask your question if you are there here. Shilpi Rathore.
Able to hear, ma'am?
Yeah,
Hello?
Yeah.
Kamlesh. Yeah.
Ma'am, the question is to you only, ma'am. 2 days back, when you were telling the cloud,
Claude.
Claude.
yeah, you just took the Word document. Can we go for Excel file also there, ma'am? Or is it only Word?
See, yeah, Excel file also they can upload.
But I tried that day, Excel file, it was not taking.
No, I think normally in Claude or ChatGPT, we can put our Excel files also.
Okay.
If
Okay,
your
ma'am.
review of literature is organized in Excel file, you can upload it and then ask it to give the summary.
Based on SLR, I have done that and I have uploaded that for my
Maybe the file size is too large in the free version. It is not allowing you to upload.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Kamlesh,
Thank you.
alternatively, you can do that that Excel table, you copy and put it in a Word document.
Acha.
Save
Actually,
and
the problem
submit
is
it.
it is difficult to upload it to the Word because like SLR takes so many columns, na, sir.
Yeah,
So,
no problem, ma'am. No problem.
Okay.
Just you copy that entire table,
Okay.
put it in a Word document, ask it to fit to window. Once you select the table and right click, you will find auto fit. Auto fit to table, auto fit to window option will be there. You say that auto fit to window. And save it. So done. You don't need to worry about whether that fit into your Word document or not.
Thank you,
And
sir.
orientation also you can convert it into a landscape.
That can be done. Sir.
Landscape and auto fit to the window. These two, save it and upload to the cloud. It will take.
Thank you for everything. Like whatever we got, it was a great thing. Though it is AI, but human touch, as you said, we have to go for that. That is only research.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the research.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Sir, that's all. I can't see any more. Shilpi Rathore is there. I think that could be the final
The last
one.
question that we'll take, Ellen.
Yeah. Shilpi Rathore, please. You can ask your question.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I
Good evening.
wanted to ask a simple question. Like, if we are uploading our data for analysis into AI platforms, so will it be private? Like, it won't be shared with somebody else who will be assessing that AI tool later on?
No.
Related, like,
will
because
not.
that data is private to us.
Yeah. It will
Won't be
not share. And as a safer site, you can also instruct it. Once the data file is uploaded, after that, you say that please don't share this with anyone, and don't use this data for your learning also. So if you give these instructions, it will listen to your command.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay, right.
Yes, sir. That's all.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Kalani. Thank you, Swati. Thank you, Dr. Rakesh. Panigaru unnara?
Funny later, sir.
Okay.
And
Right,
he's
Rakesh.
traveling to Rajahmundry.